Welcome back, my friends. Well, it's Boxing Day and it's traditional that we get our Kelsae onions sowed. Well, I'm going to chip mine first. Now I've been sent some onions from Pete's back garden. Don't forget to go and pay a visit to him, and also from Dan at Allotment Diary. Now everybody should be subscribed to Dan, and he's very kindly sent me, both of them have kindly sent me some seeds. Now I've planted approximately half of Dan's and half of Pete's, so we'll get those in a warm place, get them chitted, see what germination rate we get. As you can see, Dan's is the 10-pounder. He was hoping to get you know, close to a 12-pounder, but didn't quite make it, so I'm going to try the same. And Pete showed those onions at the Banbury show, and he got best in show. So I'm looking forward to having a go at these large Kelsae onions, and I'll update you as I go along. Another job I need to do today is to get my redcurrants pruned back. Now these are the blackberries that I did earlier on, a couple of months ago. Now this bed is a lot wider compared to that bed, so I was able to do the method where you prune everything out the middle, so that the air can get around them, prevents diseases, etc. But this side I'm a little bit more limited, and you can imagine the issues I had in actually getting by these plants without dropping all the redcurrants on the floor. So I've taken all the old wood out of this one. As you can see, this is just all wrong. You can see all the dark brown wood and then all the fresh, and the fresh is just growing out of the old wood, and it's just getting way out of control. So I've got those bits out, and it's just a matter now of pruning. So we've got two that are crossing here. We've got a bud there facing uphill, which I want. That gets rid of that. We've got a little bit of old wood here. We've got a bud there, just hiding. Or do I take that one? No, it's old wood, so we'll cut it back. And I'm going to take some of these small spindly ones out. Some of them have got damaged when I've actually put the I've got a bud there. We just want buds that are facing inwards or that way, just to help us. And if you want to propagate any of these, we've got one here that's running towards the other one, and there's a bud there, not in exactly the right place, but I think I'll take it back to there. Now this can be trimmed off. It's good if you've got a good pair of secateurs. That now can be placed in a bucket, and I would recommend you put 10 to 12 in a flower bucket, and as soon as they start showing signs of growth, pop them on. I didn't, and I ended up losing a few. Still had more than I need, but it's nice to give things away. If you remember, we had the blackberry in here. It's now on hashtag starting a new allotment on plot 1, and it's all the runners are just coming up absolutely everywhere. Don't prune those. Pull it out, and if you need to propagate it, let's cut it back to there and stick that in a pot. Fortunately I've got plenty, and they do get out of hand if you don't keep on top of them. This area here was where the blackberry was, and as you can see they're all over the place, and I just keep pulling them. They'll get fed up before I do, he says, hopefully. We're aiming to take about 1/3 of the wood out, and I've got two, one there and one there, of old wood, but I've taken most of it out. Now hopefully that'll encourage the new growth to come up, and with regular pruning you won't get into the issues I've had this year. Some of those now can be just tied back to the wire, and hopefully they'll fruit nicely. I'm no expert by any means, but if you get it wrong you don't get no fruit. So the proof will be in the pudding. I won't get no pudding if I get the pruning wrong, and that's how I've done it, just by learning from others. I just want to show you, these are the two barrels that I had, and I was going to use them for my giant vegetables. I've decided to cut the top and the bottom off, so I'm going to take that one home as soon as the barrel's empty, and that'll be something else out the way. Now I've cut the tops off these barrels, but I haven't cut the bottoms off, but I've put extra holes in the bottom to drain. But they are going to be put into the ground, and I want to learn by mistake from the #UglyParsnip challenge. This has got holes in the bottom, but it just holds too much moisture, and two of the parsnips have rotted off. So in the future I'm going to cut the bottoms off all the barrels that are going directly into the ground, similar to these. Now these are two blue barrels slotted into one another for the long carrots, so hopefully that'll work. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and I'll be giving a few more updates before the end of the year. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.